Hello everybody and welcome to another crafting adventure, and today we are looking at another bead kit. As you can see, I've organized the beads here. And what is it, you may ask? And it is a Christmas beading kit wreath. It's a Christmas wreath, yes. This is one of the older Daiso beading kits. I think it was the one from last year that I didn't do. In a company with a Christmas tree. However, we're going to focus on the wreath here today, and seeing as this is one of the older kits, it is much easier than the new ones. The beads are, well, bigger and there are fewer of them, so we should be able to get this done in just one video. Now, the first thing we need to do for this one is to get 100 centimeters of string with one end blue and the other red. Once we have the 100 centimeters, we want to have the blue end on the left and the red on the right. And we're going to put 4 green beads and 1 blue bead onto the red end. Then we're going to bring the red back over and take it backwards through this green bead here, so the red and blue ends are crossing in different directions. Once you've done that, it should create this shape here, with the blue coming out the top and the red coming down the bottom. From here, we're going to add 1 green and 1 red bead to the blue string on the top, and 1 red and 1 green bead to the red on the bottom. And then we're going to take the blue string through the green bead added on the red to create the second circle. And it should leave you with this sort of shape here. And from here we should have the red on the top and the blue on the bottom. Now next we're going to add 1 green, 1 pearl and another green bead to the red, and on the blue we're just going to add 1 green bead and cross it through the second green added on the red, and that should leave you with this sort of pattern here. We should have the blue string coming out on the top and the red on the bottom. Now from here we're just going to add 1 more pearl to the red and 3 green beads to the blue. Then we will cross the red through the 3rd green bead added. Next, with the red on the top and the blue on the bottom, we're going to add 1 green bead to the blue. Then we're going to add 1 green, 1 blue and 1 more green bead to the red end, and then cross the blue through the 2nd green on the red one. From this point, with the red on the top and the blue on the bottom, we're going to put 1 red bead onto the red end, 1 green, 1 pearl and another green onto the blue end, and then cross the red through the 2nd green. From this point, with the blue on top and the red on the bottom, we're going to add 1 green to the blue, then we're going to add a green, a red and another green to the red end, and cross the blue string through the 2nd green added to the red side. To put the final piece on this first ring, we want the red on the top and the blue on the bottom. We're going to add 1 pearl to the red and 2 green beads to the blue. Take the red string through this green bead that was the first one you added in the first ring. Sorry, it's really difficult to film this with only 2 hands, but yes. So add the bead onto the red end and then take the red string through this bead here and tie it together with the blue string, but don't cut it. Once the knot has been tied, it should keep this shape here, which is a basic wreath. And from here we should have 2 very long ends to the string. Now we're going to take the blue end through this bead here, directly down from where the knot was tied, and pull it through on the back side. Then, bringing the red up to this side, we're going to add 7 of the small yellow beads to it. With the 7 yellow beads on the red string here, we're then going to take it around to the next bead across to the left where the strings crossed, and we're going to bring it over and up through the bottom here, so it'll be coming out here to create this sort of effect. Then we just need to repeat this pattern for each of the beads where the string crossed earlier. And that should mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more times. So it creates a sort of gold ring all the way around. And each time we just need to add 7 of the small yellow beads and take it through the bottom, and so on and so on. And once all of them have been done, you should be left with something that looks like this, with just a little bit of red string left coming out the top. Pull that tight and they should all form this nice formation. Next, we're going to turn it over, and then using the blue string that we haven't used yet, we're going to do a very similar pattern on the back. However, this time it starts coming down, so we're going to add the 7 gold or yellow small beads to the blue end, and then take it around and down through the next bead along. Hopefully, it should create something like this, which is very similar to the other side. Now you can see the blue string has come down through this bead and then through the top of this one and down the bottom, and all you need to do is continue this pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more times, and each time adding 7 of the small yellow or gold beads to create the full effect. Once you've added the final set of 7 small yellow or gold beads to the blue string, do not take it back down through the next of the large green beads. Instead, at this point it should come to meet with the red string from the other side. And all you need to do here is tie the 2 strings together, tuck them back through a few of the other beads, and cut them short to finish this section. Finally, we need to make the red ribbon for the decoration. And for this we will need 50 centimeters of string here, and I've got the blue on the left and the red on the right. And I have put 1 small red bead in the center. So the first thing we're going to do here with the blue string, we are going to add 17 more red beads and take the end back around through this bead again to create a ring like this. Then we're going to take the red string coming out the top here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add 17 of the small red beads and then bring it back through this bead so it comes out the top. Then we should have the blue coming down and the red going up. From here, on the blue string coming down, we're going to add 1 star bead and 1 more small gold or yellow bead. Finally, once you have the star and the small gold bead on the blue string, bring the string back around up through the star. Don't bring it back up through the small bead because it'll just take it all off. Just ignore the gold bead and take it back up through the star to lock everything in place. Then we need to attach it to the wreath we made earlier. To do this, have the wreath in this position, and we're going to have the ribbon at the top here with the star falling down in the center. So we're going to take the blue string from the ribbon through this red bead, this green bead, and this red one. And we're going to take the red string through this one, and this green bead here. From here, we're going to take the blue string here all the way around till it comes out of this pearl here. And the red string is going to go all the way around until it comes out of this green bead here so they can tie at the bottom. However, between each pair of big beads, we're going to add 1 additional gold bead. And we need to be very careful of this one because the blue and the red must go through the gold bead here. All of the additional gold beads from there are only having 1 string put through them. So in total for this, we should add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gold beads. And 1, 2, 3, 4 on the blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the red. And as I said earlier, once you get to the finishing position between this green and this white bead, just tie the strings together, rethread them through a few beads, and cut them short to finish. Now, before we reveal the final product, I'd just like to remind you what the packaging advertises this kit as. And you can see here, it is a little wreath with a ribbon and a star and a chain in the top here. And what do we have? We have pretty much exactly what it shows, a little wreath with a ribbon and a star. Although the ribbon and the star do seem to go at a funny angle. I did check the instructions a few times, and no, I don't think it's my mistake, it's just the way it connects to the wreath. But you know, you could hang it like this and then it's fine. The chain itself, here, you can add that anywhere you want, just to one of the outer sets here. and then use it as a charm as you wish. Now I will say these older bead kits from Daiso are much easier to do than the newer ones because the beads are much bigger. However, these tiny beads are very bouncy, and I do warn you, be very careful when using them because they will get lost forever in carpets and whatever it is that you are sitting on. So there you are, that is how to make a very small Christmas wreath from green and red and gold beads. And if you do have one of these, good luck making it, and have a wonderful Christmas.